From fighting kaiju Mike Harper to going back to Fukuda to team up with zombies for no reason other than for nostalgia's sake, if you were to tell the COD fanbase back in 2012 that this would be the sequel to the beloved Call of Duty Black Ops 2, they'd look at you like you're high. And the developers definitely were when they designed this awful co-op campaign for 2025's Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Today, we're going to inhale a huge dose of Cradle and dive deep into how this nightmare of a campaign completely and shamelessly destroys the legacy of Black Ops 2's iconic story. In case you've been checked out of the COD scene for quite some time, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is a sequel to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Picking up 10 years later in 2035 after Menendez seized control of the US military's drones, causing destruction and casualties across the United States before self-destructing them, crippling the United States military. The canon ending that Treyarch chose for this story with branching storylines is David Mason kills Menendez, thus causing Cordestia to rise up and rain chaos across the globe following his instructions after his death. Being a sequel, you'd think this would be the most logical step for the sequel to take. It wasn't. We can assume Black Ops 7 was developed within 2 years or so, since it was released back-to-back with 2024's polarizing Black Ops 6. So they clearly didn't have enough time or a proper budget to really tell that story. So instead, we get a campaign that quadruples down on the mind-bending plot points that Black Ops 1 introduced, and Black Ops 3 took that a step even further. They went even further with it in this story. Long story short, Black Ops 7's campaign is about Spectre 1 getting exposed to the biochemical weapon known as Cradle, introduced in Black Ops 6. All 4 characters, David Mason, Mike Harper, Samuels, and 50/50, all go through their own memories to fight their PTSD or whatever, and they help her fight classic Black Ops characters while tripping balls. At one point, Frank Woods turns into a giant 3-headed flower monster, and it somewhat resembles Biollante from the Godzilla franchise. It just made absolutely no sense for the story and was thrown in for a literal Fortnite event. It is now being compared to Skibidi for some reason. At another point, Mike Harper turns into a kaiju attacking the USS Obama, resembling a scene from Godzilla -1. Just utter insanity. Speaking of the USS Obama, let's get into what makes this campaign insulting Black Ops 2's story. So I'm not going to cover the story of a 13-year-old game, nor am I going to cover the story of this game, as you can find various videos about both, or you can play the game yourself. I will talk about, however, what Black Ops 7's story should have been after the events of Black Ops 2, and what doesn't make sense at all. The canon ending is that Menendez is killed by Section, as mentioned earlier. This means that Cordestia has risen up to cause absolute chaos across the United States, according to Black Ops 7, causing mass destruction and casualties. This is what the sequel to Black Ops 2 should have been about, albeit stretched out with some more substance to make it a Call of Duty game. Instead, we get a sequel with a story that has just about nothing to do with the story of Black Ops 2. It's a nostalgia-baiting tale about soldiers tripping balls simultaneously on Cradle unleashed by a character, Emma Kagan, somehow a CEO of a major tech company founded after the events of Black Ops 6, who had no build-up and is just evil right off the bat. Did not care about her whatsoever. David Mason returns, but he is not the same David Mason from the previous game. They recast him like they did with Frank Woods and Alex Mason. And it doesn't hit the same, because the writing and dialogue between the characters, is so awful and unnatural. They got Michael Rooker to return, but Harper is nothing like he was in Black Ops 2. You have Samuels, who no one remembers, he only showed up in a couple missions in Black Ops 2, and the cringiest new character, 50/50, was included for obvious reasons. We have Karma returning from Black Ops 2. So how the hell are both Karma and Harper alive? For either one to be alive, one needs to die. If you decide to kill Harper as Fareed in Black Ops 2, Fareed is killed by Salazar, saving Karma. If you choose to attempt to kill Menendez as Fareed, Karma dies as no one is able to save her. Fareed is also killed by Menendez. Did the developers even play or look at the story of Black Ops 2 before creating this story? That ultimately destroys the canon of this universe, and now the events of Black Ops 2 are basically nullified except for a couple parts of its story. The characterization of David Mason is completely destroyed too. He feels like a completely different character, his lines don't hit like they did with Black Ops 2, and the new voice actor leaves so much to be desired.
Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild. Shouldn't you be counting stacks of money somewhere?
Granted, he's working with what he was given, which isn't much at all. The line delivery is absolutely terrible a lot of the time.
Yeah, about that.
And you just don't find him to be the same great character he was in Black Ops 2. I mean, honestly, recording footage for this video, Playing as David Mason, you really feel the intensity of every mission. You really feel the stakes are incredibly high that you have to rush to save, for example, the geopolitical leaders in the mission Cordestia. The writing is a huge step down. David S. Goyer wrote Black Ops 2, so there is no way that was going to be matched again without his involvement this time. Speaking of iconic characters, Raul Menendez returns, but only for maybe 5 minutes. He was clearly used as nostalgia bait to get people to buy the game, and he was thrown away as quickly as he was reintroduced. Of course, he turns out to be a deepfake from the guild so they can make money. I guess. I don't know. I don't care. It was a dumb decision that made no sense, and don't even get me started on the machete mission. Another character they just won't let die is Alex Mason, the most iconic character from Black Ops 1, voiced by the superb Sam Worthington, who they also shamelessly recast, and he sounds awful.
I know you're not real, but I am. Because I'm part of you.
It does not hit the same at all, just like it didn't in Cold War 2. Same goes for Frank Woods. Why did they recast him? James C. Burns would have loved to come back. The mission to save memories was so cringe too, it's not even worth diving into. That honestly happens to be this game as a whole. Ironically enough, I'm making a video about it. The levels in Black Ops 7 are half-assed. They are nothing like the missions of Black Ops 2. Of course, like 2023's Modern Warfare 3, they're relying on the Warzone map, Avalon, for missions to take place. Why do we have to play in this fictional environment? What happened to fighting in recognizable locations such as Los Angeles, for example? The most iconic mission in Black Ops 2. While some of Black Ops 7's missions take place in the real world, a lot of it just doesn't hit. They feel so empty. For example, in the Tokyo mission, there was a literal war happening on top of a building, but it is seemingly ignored by the world around them. No one talks about it, the Japanese military doesn't even intervene. This is just an example of these types of levels. In Black Ops 2, you could choose different paths, different directions to take, but in this game it's just all linear. Even Black Ops 3 with its linear story, you could still take as many paths as you want, play your own way. But this game forces you to play one certain way. It's just super disappointing, man. Back-to-back Call of Duty games do not work, especially for a Black Ops game that specializes in bizarre storytelling that should honestly play it straight like Black Ops 1, 2, and Cold War, with some weird shit maybe thrown in every now and then if it's integral to the plot. Almost nothing in this game was integral to the plot. There was no plot. There is a lot more to get into with this game's campaign, but honestly, it's not worth talking about. I don't know how the overall story of this universe is going to recover from this, as this game pretty much shows they have run out of ideas, and most likely relied on AI to write this garbage. The route they should have gone, in my headcanon, would have been this. Raul Menendez is killed by Section. Following his martyr, Cordestia starts an uprising causing destruction and death across the United States. They become a militia of sorts. David Mason, dealing with the guilt of the destruction and death caused by him killing Menendez, never having the chance to retire like he wanted, he leads a squad of Black Ops soldiers to go across the country to stop Cordestia once and for all, and figure out who's not running the show, making things right to fix his mistake, or he kills the leader and doesn't learn. They could throw in some weird shit here and there, but this is, in my opinion, the most logical direction the story should have taken. Bring back the same progression system as Black Ops 2, like choosing your own loadout with campaign-specific perks, access system, strike missions, and branching storylines again. This was all missing from the Black Ops 2 sequel, by the way. They stripped everything that made Black Ops 2 so memorable, impactful, and iconic from Black Ops 7, making this the most insulting Call of Duty campaign, not just to the franchise, but to the legacy of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video turned out coherent enough. There will be more. Consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I love doing this, and with your support, it pushes me to keep doing this and keep investing time and money into this hobby that I've been doing for over a decade. Take care. xfinafire out.